There's no way that's chill pills, right? There's no way that's chill pills. I think that actually made me chill pills, dude. Oh my goodness. I think it is chill pills on a warrior. He went Death Knight. Death Knight gets nerfed. Now he's going warrior, and warrior's about to get nerfed. Noxers is gonna be up next. Talents on himself. Oh my god, it's so much damage by the Fury Warrior. Oh my goodness. Chill pills, the resurrection arc. Is this what this is? Massive mind games, but quick intro. My god, this man right here just is relentlessly going from one to the next, chopping up a Pandaren left and right. Zuen gonna be immediate slow, doesn't want to touch it, just getting away from it completely. My goodness, watch this not even be chill pills, man. That would be just insane. But the man, I mean, this is just putting in work. He's got himself a bit of a bloodthirst, trying to maintain his health as best as he can. Plenty of resources already. Got himself lots of damage. Could go for a big rampage. It's going to be Lexium. Is that big damage out of the monk? And it's going to be big damage. Does he respond? He doesn't even respond. Doesn't even flinch. Just stands there, takes that strike of the Windlord, and just limited. Is able to recover quite a bit of health too. I think he had a Battle Master trinket before the burst went out. That or he used it just now. Is going to go for a double charges versus Panda with a Strongbolt right after. Break it out of that in cap for just a second. Could potentially leap. Does not have the mobility. It looks like he's just having to waddle over towards Panda. Having to play against that monk mobility, but there's only so much you can do at once. Stormbolt onto Panda. Big Odin's Fury with a roar right after. All blades are up onto Panda with a fear as the karma comes out. Disarming the chills. And Panda does have a karma that is going to reset the damage onto chills, but eventually those bleeds are going to come back after a while. Got himself Lexium images. That's going to be full fade ability, full damage on the chill. Does not have a trick anymore. May have to pop big defenses. Trying to see if he can deny using it. Is going to go for enrage regeneration. Trying to catch up to Panda. Does have images to at least thirds. The healing off of Bloodthirst are massive there. Stormbolt on Panda is looking for escape. May have plenty of mobility. Odin's Fury on him. Trying to see if he can separate from chills for just a second. Does not have a lot of defenses to work with. It's going to be Diffuse Magic. I don't really know if Diffuse Magic stops you against Odin. Big executes to follow. Does get himself a port by himself, and the Waterfall is able to back away. Leap by the Warrior. Does he get to close the gap? Next Stormbolt or Charge could be very deadly. He's going to be charged, ruining out in their place. Wait until you get another Execute. Fist of Fury. The only thing stopping you in play right now. Fist of Fury would have been amazing. Should have maybe extended for a little bit longer. Disarm onto the Warrior. Can you turn it around enough? Oh, trinket it out of the disarm just so you can stay on him. Zark is going to be up next. Spear into chill pills. Unless the man got anything to deal with here, he may be in a bit of trouble. Going to be, I think, a disarm into Zark. Does go for a trinket. That or a Stormbolt, and he trinketed, but is able to at least try to mitigate some of those damage. Got himself the weapons back. Is it going to be another? Can he survive here? Trying to see maybe he can live. Oh, got himself a reflect the last second. Just every defensive, and he was able to go from one to the next. But Zark is back out here, showing him how it's done on the Fury Warrior. Zark dotted up completely. Stormbolt to the Dally. Does go for a trinket. Gouge the Zark. Is able to break out of the Zerker's rage. Trying to maintain his health as best as possible. As soon as Dally goes on for the biggest dots out there with a Deathmark, that's where it's going to get really, really deadly. Looks like he's segmented really early. Wait, Zark, does he have maybe a way to shake up the dots off? Wait, does he have bitter immunity? The man may be running bitter immunity as a warrior, just so he could shake these dots off of him. All dots except for like magical dots. Try to see if he can park his back towards the wall, not giving Dally an opportunity to really go behind the pillow. Dotted him up. Stormbolt by the warrior. Got him to reflect to reduce some of that nature damage taken by the rogue. Disarm onto the rogue for just second. Rampage for Zark. Gouge doesn't need to really get out of it at all. That Gouge is going to break easily. Odin's Fury is going to ramp up some damage on Dally. It's a big execute blind right after. Is it going to be enough though? Wait, the man may die. Bleeds? Oh no, I think the bleeds are not quite there. I think maybe for Warrior Odin's Fury, unless you commit into like an actual bleed focused build, those bleeds are not going to be that impactful. They're good, they're there, they do quite a bit of damage, and they also go through armor, but man, unless you commit bleed based build, I don't think you can really do much with the bleed build. It's going to be immediate fear versus feed, as he got himself some full damage in there and knows the when. So potentially could be feed god just kind of committing a little bit of cooldowns, partial cooldowns, but not all of them. Zark, I think, is just waiting until he's got some massive defensive cooldown. I don't think he wants to fight the monk at all unless he got him some big defenses. Try to see if he can get a charge with a Stormbolt. Immediate trinket by the monk. Gonna be a Karma was on top of that spear. Gonna be the warrior trying to see if we can just walk away from the monk for just a second. Does get himself the big enrage regeneration. Gonna be ringing piece on top of it, but it's gonna be Feed God walking out of the ring, trying to stay aggressive. Zark has a Zuen and images to Bloodthirst off of. in order to keep himself alive and healing. Man, and the amount of recovery the man got is quite a high, isn't it? That's going to be soothing for just a second, but doesn't quite get it. Lexi at the ready, so Feed God could go potentially for a big Lexi. May just have to Lexi, but more of a defensively. Try to get counter offensive with Zark, but he doesn't really have the damage. He is going to go for a mobility leap, porting away, or at least trying to see if he can roll away with the Ring of Peace, and the Warrior just cannot really touch him. Does he wait to break out of the sin cap? He doesn't. So it's going to be a little bit of recovery for Feed God X. That's just looking for a full redo versus Zark. Big port. Got himself an advantageous position. Can Zark potentially capitalize here and take him down? That is my question. Can he do it? Got himself maybe Lexi very soon. No, actually just images. Maybe could use Fist of Fury to lock down the Warrior. That's going to be a quick spear. There's going to be a Karma. Does have a Stormbolt. Does Zark commit damage, or is he just going to play defensively? It looks like while the Karma is up, he doesn't really want to touch him. He doesn't really want to touch him. Maybe may just have to wait 20 seconds until Enrage Regeneration is back up. Zark does have Reckless available, but does he have any cooldowns to work with this? No more defenses for Feed God right now. This is where Zark could potentially make a massive play. He just needs to find a way to avoid the Fist of Fury, but otherwise there's nothing that will really stop his damage. Just summon to Feed God, so at least you want to have a Fist of Fury stop and you go. Got himself Recklesses, big damage, Stormbolt on the Feed God, trying to see if we can charge over to him, but that Ring of Peace is going to be massive for this Monkus. Zark still able to reach into the Ring of Peace, able to cleave him a little bit. Fist of Fury locking him out for just a second. Got him some big friends in region. Is it going to be enough for a heal? The Feed God with Lexium. Does he have a chicken? Does have a chicken. Wait, Zark potentially kill him out. Wait a second. Oh my god, no way! Zark did have an Enrage Regeneration come back up in the right. Perfect time there, boys. Able to snap out a kill. Charging out towards what looks like DJ Flex, I think, just to get away from Vampire. Just try to see if he can avoid this Demonology Warlock, because the man got a full Tyrant. I don't know if he can live with Demonology, man. I don't know if he can. Not that this high dampening. I think it may be over, but the man is not deterred. He's willing to give it a go. The Demon Doggers are just gonna go in and bite your ankles. My goodness. Charging out towards him with a harpoon, trying to see if he can get behind him. It's going to trap them on the demon cats, maybe in a bit of a tight spot. Kill shot one. Does he have enough damage to potentially make it happen? DJ does end up throwing a grenade at the back of the Warlock to try to see if he can live it. Freeze the trap onto Lazy. Immediately Turtle Shell got himself Exhilaration. This is where it could be potentially a team effort here. This is where Lazy could 1v2 him. But if DJ Flex is able to put some pressure into Lazy, maybe force some cooldowns out of him. Maybe the Demonic could take that Feral that's kind of limping and could potentially win it for his team. Trying to see if he can find it very quickly. Lazy does go into bear form. He's going to be on top of him immediately. Shadow Strike, marks it up over Lazy with a Frenzy Region immediately. Cheap shot by Demonic. Does he have himself a big go? Possibly. Secret Technique, looking for a bit of damage. Shadow Strike right after. Did burn, I think, what looks like a Vanish. Click of Shadows and Evasion are up. Wait, Lazy, I think, could be under pressure. I don't think there's a way to respond to this rogue at all. Oh my god, yeah. Once he got the Cloak and Evasion, there's literally untouchable. You might as well have basically an immunity. My goodness, Zark with 3 kills, Shield kills with 2. My god, these furry warriors are monsters, boys. Oh my goodness.